Here we are again. Shiny Tepig hunt. I believe it's day 3. Just gonna keep softly saying until I get a shiny Tepig. According to the last live stream, it looks like I stopped off at 1,750 Tepig. It also displays my bag of cards. Exactly the place I thought it was. It's not late at night this time. In fact, it's early in the morning. I took an entire day to myself just to binge watch YouTube and just quote unquote relax. But I'm gonna start off the morning with this live stream. Yo, Carlos, welcome to the live stream. I suppose I should get the chat room open. Let's see. Of course, it shows up on my stuff to watch list. Alright. Carlos says, I have school though, and I'll leave the live stream in a bit. Alright, that's fine. There's really nothing to see at this point. The excitement only happens once I actually find a shiny Tepig. Hello, Adrian. Welcome to the live stream. I decided I'm going to start my morning off with too many Tepigs. I have a question for you, Adrian. I sound tired? Maybe a little. At the same time, I'm probably also trying to keep my voice down because it is too early to really be doing a video. I'm probably also mentally exhausted, let's be honest. I haven't exactly made all the wisest decisions this week. Oh, shoot. Hold on. Can't see the chat room with it being in theater mode, so I had to make adjustments to that. Okay, maybe I am a little tired. Hopefully that tiredness is not my downfall later on today. Because as I was saying before, I took an entire day to myself to quote-unquote relax. Even though the majority of the time I was just binge-watching more YouTube videos. But at the same time, I was just way too mentally exhausted to focus on anything but just laying back in my couch and watching stuff. Brenton, what is that you want to... Oh, sorry! See, that explains how tired I am. What I want to ask you... Well, hold on. Carlos says, I have after-school activities at my birthday. It ends at 4:40, so I can do the live stream at 5. It's gonna end before then. Not to say that there won't be another live stream later on We to Play. But as for the question to Adrian, do you know if turning off my Nintendo DS hinders my chances of getting a shiny Pokemon? It sounds like a weird question, but I feel like if I turn the DS off, then I'm gonna lose all the progress I've already made. But then again, since I'm soft resetting the game, that could technically mean that I'm restarting. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out if there's something I'm doing wrong with this shiny hunting thing. I don't want to be the person that spends months trying to do the exact same thing. I just don't. Was that like my second or third Tepig today? I think it was my third. I really don't know, considering that I don't own a DS or a 3DS. Fair enough. I tried to look it up. Okay, thank you. I tried to look it up on Google or Ask.com, and I couldn't find any relevant information, anything that would answer my question. I'm probably being paranoid. When that number changes, when that RNG randomly changes in my favor, that's where I'm gonna get a shiny. Until then, all I can do is just keep playing. And keep putting up a good fight against my own system. That's not quite what I was trying to say, but point being is I can't get a shiny unless I try. And I'll just have to keep trying and trying over and over and over and over and over again until it happens. There's nothing else I can do other than buying a cheating device, which I'm not gonna do. I want to get legit. Still, the concept bugs me that I don't know how long it's gonna take. There's been people that have gotten it before 1,000 encounters, and then there's been people that have gotten it after over 5,000, I guess. Let's see. Carlos said, so since Jack the Gamer wanted to play Smash 4 3DS version with you, then I watched both of you battle each other. Well, that's not going to happen until the 15th. I'm just gonna let you know that right now, so you have 5 more days to wait till that happens. But anyways, thanks for coming to the live stream, and I hope you enjoy your day. I'll catch you later, Carlos. Thanks for the hug, Emily. I kinda needed that again. Doesn't take much to put me into a negative mindset, unfortunately. I know one thing. I'm glad that I did what I did for Wii to play. I'm glad I decided after 1,000 encounters that I would move this to Wii to beat. Because I don't want to plague my main gameplay channel with these videos. It's like there's only so much I can do before I lose my ever-loving mind over this shiny Tepig thing. I'm still gonna keep trying. that does not mean I like doing this. I just want the shiny Tepig. That's all I want. And it's not gonna be fun if I have to continue doing this after Tuesday. Oh, hello, Internet Tough Guy. Welcome to the live stream. I've been hunting shiny Sudowoodo on Soul Silver for over a week. I can't play the rest of the game until I find it. Wow. You're doing almost the same thing I'm doing. Well, except that you've already got your starter. Well, good luck to you, Internet Tough Guy. At least we can both share the pain. But I'm doing the same thing as you are. I'm not going to start my game until I get a shiny Tepig. And then I'm going to do my Pokemon Black Let's Play on my Wii to Play channel. But I can't do that till I get a shiny Tepig, and I don't know how long it's going to take. You got a shiny Cyndaquil at the very beginning. When you... Wait, whoa, okay, hold on. You're telling me you got a shiny Cyndaquil when you first started your, save file? Oh, come on. Why am I the unlucky one? Oh, okay. I was going to say that RNG is almost impossible. Okay, so you got after 600 soft resets. Alright, that makes more sense. Well, in case you want to know, I'm over 1,000. The total count being... I spaced out again, didn't I? Am I at 6 or 7 Tepigs? I am so terrible at this. I'm gonna say 7 encounters today. Hopefully I'm right. Adrian says, I saw a guy on YouTube that got a shiny Tepig after more than 1,800 tries. More than, huh? Well, I'm almost to that number. Internet Tough Guy, shiny Mewtwo on Fire Red took me over 10,000 and almost 8 minutes. Don't do this to me. You're gonna make me depressed, Tough Guy. The life of a shiny hunter. Gosh, that makes me want to not do any shiny hunting sometimes. Well, to not do a shiny living dex. The difference is that I'm just going to do that in my own spare time. I'm just going to hatch eggs on my Pokemon Sun or Ultra Moon game and try to get all the shiny Pokemon that way. Excluding legendaries, which I will get by soft resetting the game over and over and over and over and over again. Oh. All this just so I could start one LP. But I love shiny Tepig enough to buy this almost $500 stuffed animal of him. I mean, he used to look a lot more fluffy, but that's what happens when you have a stuffed animal for a long period of time. I don't know if I could actually show off just how accurate my shiny Tepig plush looks, because the light was beaming. What am I saying? The lighting wasn't good. Like, I should turn the table 90 degrees just so I can show off how bright my shiny Tepig looks. Okay, I admit, I'm tired. As in, I'm sick and tired of doing the same Sophie saying over and over again. Still not shiny though. The RNG is real. I can't help but think about when I finally encountered and caught a shiny Pikipek on my Pokemon Sun game. It's like the line that I used while I was waiting for it was just... I don't know how that timing even happened. I was saying something like, I'm not even sure why I want to look for a shiny a shiny Pikipek. I'd rather find a shiny Tepig, thank you very much. And that's when a shiny Pikipek appeared from an SOS battle. Why do I feel like I can't do the same thing here? See, it could have been a shiny right then and there, and that would have been just so ironic. And yet so good at the same time, but that's not gonna be the case. Nope, not at all. Alright, so if I've been keeping my math on track, that's been a total of 10 encounters today. 1,760 total encounter/Sophie sets. Adrian says, I nearly went insane in happiness when I got that shiny Dratini on my Pokemon Go a long while ago. I would have done the same thing for shiny Magikarp had I found him on Pokemon Go. I know you don't like shiny Magikarp, Adrian, but just because of my shiny Gyarados Kamisama on my Pokemon Sun game, I would have welcomed that. So long as that shiny Magikarp wasn't a female. But of course I never caught any shiny Pokemon on Pokemon Go. Heck, I didn't even catch a legendary. So rip that dream. But still, it's awesome that you did get a shiny Dratini. Find a shiny Dratini on Pokemon Go. Just like it's awesome I found some shiny Pokemon on my Pokemon Sun game. Including that shiny Poplio, hatched from an egg, wasn't trying, you know the story, maybe, blah blah blah. Etc. on Force. And whatever. Let's see. Internet Tough Guy said, I caught a shiny Celebi in Crystal for Virtual Console and then got a 1% shiny Pichu from the odd egg recently and transferred them up to my Ultra Sun game. Wow, that's incredible. I'm gonna spoil this right now. I want a shiny Celebi. I'm going to purchase Pokemon Crystal for my 2DS sometime after I finally finish Fire Red, Pokemon Yellow, and my Pokemon Green live stream. I will be purchasing Pokemon Crystal, and aside from just beating the game legitimately, well, not legitimately, obviously legitimately, but just beating the game normally, I will be trying to get a shiny Celebi. I'd be crazy not to take that opportunity. That's the only way you can get a shiny Celebi. So, I'm gonna take it. When the time comes, when I finally beat all the Pokemon Crystal, the League, the Champion, Red, etc., I will be going after that shiny Celebi as a live stream. That will happen. And then Adrian says, no, I hate Magikarp in general, not just shiny Magikarp. I understand, Adrian, I understand. But you don't hate shiny Gyarados, right? Let's see. And that tough guy says it's cool because they have the little Game Boy symbol. Ooh, nice. See, I haven't transported any of my Pokemon from... it would be Pokemon Blue, but I lost all my save data when I tried to transfer everything from my broken 3DS to my 2DS. Because I didn't do it right. Who would have thunk? Let's see. Adrian says, hey, Brenton, what would you recommend me having? A 3DS or 2DS? I'm gonna say a 2DS, and not the new 2DS. Here's the reason, and I'm gonna stop playing again for a moment. Here is the reason. Even though it's all bulky and it's bigger than what it would look like if I folded like my DS up, this is durable. The biggest problem that I've repeatedly had with the 3DS is after enough wear and tear, the screen will pop off. Both sides will pop off, like starting from the right angle. And if it tears any more than that, you're gonna either lose one of your screens or just break the game in general. The 3DS isn't made to be durable. The more you use it, the more damage it takes, the closer it gets to just not working altogether. Because once the screen pops off... You know what? I should probably show you. Well, wait. I threw away... Okay, I threw away one of my units. Alright, let me show you. Hold on. It's gonna be a demonstration. I have to stop what I'm doing just so I can take this out. I no longer have my 3DS XL with me. But this is my very first 3DS that I have. It works, but it still has the same problem I was mentioning. First off, the hinge is broken, so it just falls over. It doesn't stay up like this. That's the first thing. The second thing... Hold on, I'm gonna put the phone down, just to see if this can happen or not. Okay, I'm pretty sure it could. But if I force it, that's probably gonna make it worse. Yep, okay, got it. Alright. Here's the problem with the 3DS. See that? See that? See? Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Half the screen detaches from itself with enough wear and tear and damage to the unit. And if the cord in the left side gets broken, it is game over. So I highly recommend you get a 2DS, because you won't have that problem. It's made to be durable. There's no way it can break in half like that. So if you want to have a unit that plays 3DS games and will work for many years, I recommend the 2DS, not the new 2DS, because again, the screen folds in, which is usually a good thing, but with enough wear and tear, you're gonna lose your unit. So, unless I say otherwise, please highly take my advice and purchase a 2DS. It's cheap, and you get one of 2 games already pre-installed on it. You either get New Super Mario Bros. 2 or Mario Kart 7. It's worth it. Trust me, it's worth it. You're not going to get the big high-end resolution, big screen. But if you're looking for something that's going to last you a long time, that's the unit to buy. The regular Nintendo 2DS. So, hopefully that answers your question. I got kind of really descriptive about that. I feel very strongly about this because it hurt me when I lost my 3DS XL. Because it hurt me when I found out that I damaged my 2DS. Excuse me, not 2DS. My original 3DS, as you can see there. It still works. The touchscreen, not as good as it used to be. But let me think about what I was trying to say there. Okay, but when my original 3DS got damaged, this was about the same time that Super Smash Bros. 3DS was going to come out. I was upset because I was worried my 3DS would break on me. So I knew I had to get a new unit. Although I'm going to put parentheses by new, because in fact my Nintendo 3DS XL was a used unit. Now it worked great for a long time, but it started to have the same problems that my 3DS did. And then it just got worse, to a point where I could not play it normally. And then one night, I was sleeping on the couch. I ended up kicking the table. The 3DS XL fell. And when I turned it on, and this is when I had Pokemon Ultra Moon, I think. Yeah, that sounds about right. This was when I had Pokemon Ultra Moon. Half of the screen did not show up. Half of the screen was forever broken because a wire was torn from the 3DS XL. At that time I said, I've had enough about this. I'm going to get a 2DS because I know for a fact the screen does not fold up. And here we are today. Fortunately, when it comes to recording anything on my 2DS, the graphics, well, the quality of the videos just always not gonna be good. I would use my flip video camera, which time and time again I've talked about. But because of how small the screen is, and how it's not high resolution, the footage always comes out blurry. So I've been using one of my 2 cell phones to record anything I do on my 2DS now, including Detective Pikachu. Which, by the way, have you heard? After recording 3 episodes of Detective Pikachu, where I finally get done with the whole necklace mission, I am going to live stream the whole rest of the game on my Wii to Play channel. Because thanks to Galaxy Wiz's incessive talking, I've learned that the game's a whole lot bigger than we thought. It's not linear. That's the big thing. It doesn't sound like it's linear at all. Now, I'm not gonna say what he said that makes it not linear, but if he's right about it, it's gonna take more than 20 episodes just to finish that game. And that's a good reason for me to live stream that game in the first place. Let's see. Adrian says I saw that. And says, oh man, I really wanted to try the 3D mode for the 3DS. Oh well. Is your 2DS a 2DS XL? No, it's not. It is a regular 2DS. Again, if it was a 2DS XL, one, the screens would be bigger. See, look at how small the screens are. And two, it would fold up. This obviously does not. It is one whole single unit. Not two different screens attached to each other. So no, it's not the 2DS XL. The 3D... I understand what you're saying, Adrian, but if you want really good 3D, then if you really wanted to pony up for it, and if you didn't mind the fact that it could break on you someday sooner than you think, I would recommend the new 3DS, new Nintendo 3DS. If you're not looking for durability, it is the pinnacle. Well, the definitive version of the 3DS. The screens are as big as they can get. The 3D has improved tenfold. So that way, if you're moving the 3DS around, it's not like you're gonna get this really weird blurry look if you turn the 3DS. So if you really want to experience the 3D, which, by the way, recent games do not use the 3D feature anymore. But if you really want to get the 3D experience, I would recommend the new Nintendo 3DS. But remember, you're still going to have the same problem every other 3DS unit, aside from the 2DS has. And that's if there's enough wear and tear on the unit, or it gets damaged too many times. The top screen is going to come off. Any more damage, and you will not have a working 3DS, my friend. I'm just giving out the facts. I'm not trying to deter you from anything. I'm just giving you the facts. Boy, that conversation went on for a while. Alright, I'm gonna put back on the live stream I'm watching. This time, I'm watching Hammy, or Space Hamster, play Super Mario Odyssey! Because why not? I love the game. I still need to make a video. Not to spoil anything, but a video about the post-game. If you watch my last episode where I beat Bowser, and... well, no, I'll just say I beat Bowser. Beat the game, got the staff roll. Make sure you watch it, because it is quite a trip. I have to start the next episode. Actually, I have to re-record the next episode with my AverMedia of one of the secret kingdoms that you could go to. Although in some cases, it's not very secret. Hint. You can find the hint art at Luncheon Kingdom. And that basically spills the beans on that secret kingdom right then and there. So, that's unfortunate. But what's gonna be cool is me showing off the secret kingdom and its secrets. Secretly. I know, everyone's probably already being Super Mario Odyssey. Maybe some people have even been here 100%. With all the technical problems I've had with my AverMedia, I'm just fortunate that I actually got the entire story mode recorded. You don't realize you can only record so much time of a certain game, like 30 minutes with the AverMedia Live Gaming Portable. Then, hold on, I think I forgot. Oh no, I lost count of the Tepigs again. I believe I'm at 20 now. Hopefully I'm right. 20 in this episode, I mean. Okay, so my point. I am going to record some more Super Mario Odyssey, even though everyone else is being the game. I'll be recording one of the Secret Kingdoms, whatever other Secret Kingdoms there are, and then the point where I get all the moons. And even the 99 moons, and what happens with that. So I'm not done with Super Mario Odyssey. Far from it, even. Because I could still live stream me doing the Luigi Balloon World Challenge. I want to record myself finding all the secret hint art that's been added to the game. And I'm probably, after getting some much needed advice and ideas from my friends and fans, I am going to record myself getting all the moons. No, excuse me, doing a live stream of myself playing Super Mario Odyssey and finding every single moon. But at the same time, I still have some questions and need some answers before I can do that. Like, for example, since you're here, Adrian, when I live stream Super Mario Odyssey on Wii to Beat, should I start the very beginning, or should I start at the same point that I stop off on my official LP? Where I got so many moons, I've gotten the majority of the purple coins. Like, well, see, now I don't know how to explain that. Okay, I'll simplify the question. When I go to live stream Super Mario Odyssey for this channel, do you think I should start the entire game over? Start from scratch? Yes or no? What are your thoughts? Let me know as soon as you can. And back to what I was mentioning with Aussie, I'm going to watch Hammy play that. Why I'm playing this. I'll still answer questions and comments if I see them. But for right now, gotta keep myself entertained. Adrian says the episode where Peach leaves Mario in the friend zone. Again, after he rescued her. Well, now that you spoiled that, what are your thoughts on that? That was wild. I knew Peach was getting, overwhelmed when Bowser suddenly shoved his head into trying to woo Peach. And Mario was being too persistent. But it was just funny to see Peach do that. And I legit thought that Peach was actually leaving Mario on the Aussie. It's like, what the heck? He just went to save you! He saved you from marrying Bowser! Technically, again, if you count Super Paper Mario, which is the first time we saw any wedding between Bowser and Peach. Although all of that was fake, because in the game, Count Black planned the whole thing. Although it wouldn't be a stretch to say Dementia also has a big part in it. Alright, now shiny. Obviously. Adrian says, is it possible that the Dragon Ball Z game I recommended to you could be recorded on HD, or is that too complicated to do so? Sadly, I mean, it's not even complicated, but sadly, I do not think I'll be able to record in HD. The only way that would possibly be possible, sorry for the play on words, is if I could get a gaming laptop and be able to record using the AverMedia with that. Because it would be a lot more precise than just sticking a SD card in the device and just pressing record and not seeing what I'm recording. Because for some reason, don't ask me why, I cannot, the AverMedia will not record anything with my Wii U. Even though it says it can record with the Wii U. Heck, it doesn't even say it can record with the Switch. But it says it records the Wii U in HD. But every time I've tried, it just stops itself. I don't know why, but it just stops itself. And I figure that if I'm going to fix that, I would need a high-quality gaming laptop to fix it. Or to make sure that it can record something. I don't know. I'm grasping at straws here. The point is, no, unfortunately, I don't have a way of recording the Dragon Ball Z game in HD that you recommended to me. I still don't know when I'm gonna record that. No, that would take too long. Yes, it will. Especially considering I want to get rid of my Windows Vista now. I don't care if I have to buy a cheap computer. I just don't want to own a Windows Vista, period. So instead of using the money I've been saving up for a gaming laptop, which I'm still a long far cry away from getting, I'm just going to purchase a new CPU with Windows 10 to replace my Vista. And I'm pretty sure that's not going to be powerful enough to run my AverMedia. I just need something to replace Vista. That's all I need at this point. I can't draw with Vista. I can barely edit things with Vista. I can't even use Google Chrome with Vista, which is the #1 best internet browser ever. Firefox can go die in a fire. I hate Firefox. And that's the only browser I can use with Windows Vista. I am to my breaking point with Windows Vista. So the sooner I can replace it, the better. Sorry I got too personal there. I have a deep hatred for Vista now. Are you kidding me? You didn't hear any of that? I was rambling on for like 5 minutes. Short answer, no. I can't record Dragon Ball Z with HD. Not until I get a gaming laptop. And that's not going to happen for a long time. So no, I can't record Dragon Ball Z game in HD at this point. We'd need a miracle for that to happen at this rate. Give you another short story. I already mentioned a ton of reasons I hate my Windows Vista computer. I want to replace it as soon as possible. By June, by July, sometime very soon, I want to get a computer that's not a Windows Vista. Because I can't do anything with my Vista. I can't even get on Google Chrome, which is my favorite internet browser. Now I have to use Firefox. Firefox is dead to me. And I'm not going to rant about this any further than that. I just know I can't live with my Vista anymore. And I'm so surprised I tried to do it for so long. Wait, why is ask.com there? Oh, okay. Sorry, I was looking at something. Firefox is really slow. Dang right it is! When you use YouTube on Firefox, it is a nightmare. The video plays relatively right away, but to load the comments, to load anything else, takes bloody forever. And I hate that. By the way, so much for not complaining about the Vista anymore. Rip that dream. So right now, my money's gonna be devoted to getting a new desktop computer to replace my Windows Vista. End of story. End of discussion. I'm not going to discuss this any further than that. My priorities have changed based on what I can and can't do with my computer now. I'm hoping that my decision is for the best. Oh my gosh. So, I believe I've gotten 29 total encounters. Well, excuse me, 29 encounters and soft resets in this episode alone. I'd ask you if that was right, but you already told me that your internet crashed for a moment, so we're just gonna base it off of a guess. When the time comes, I'll have to look at every single Tepig that pops up on my screen to get an accurate number. Oh, you just even said that you need to change your laptop due to it getting really slow to play games on it. Alright then, Adrian. I will catch you later. Catch you in the flash. Adrian's back. He said, hey, when I said I need to change my laptop, I didn't mean right now. Oops. Sorry. Didn't realize that. How hard is it to get money in this economical time? Seems like the poor get poorer and the rich get richer. There is no balance whatsoever. It sucks. Can't even imagine having enough money to have all the professional equipment most YouTube gamers have in order to record their videos and earn money through Patreon. I can't even imagine having Patreon. I have to pay for that. Like, I have to give a percentage of the money that people purchase. Excuse me, not that. That people give me through Patreon. And I can't see anyone giving me money through Patreon, so that is just an absolute no-no right now. Even though a lot of my favorite YouTubers use Patreon. Again, what I'm doing right now is just a hobby. But sometimes I often wonder that if YouTube was as good as it used to be back in the day, wherever that day used to be, that I could get paid money and be able to live off of just that money I get through YouTube and Patreons. Just some deep thoughts. Just what-if scenarios. That's all they are. And we have officially been live streaming for a whole hour now. I know, Adrian says, I know people that use Patreon to earn some money, but I can't use Patreon because I can't pay for things online. I don't use Patreon because you have to give money back to the people that run the Patreon page. And if I'm not getting paid anything by anyone, if I decide to activate my Patreon page, then no one's winning. Especially not me if they're demanding a certain amount of money from me for using Patreon. I guess since money isn't gonna be much of a possibility for me, I guess the one thing that'll make me happy is just continuing to do these videos. Just to amuse and make people happy and maybe make some more friends. And to keep myself sane. Because, you know, there's only so much I can do in my hometown. Especially when it comes to interacting with others. I feel like YouTube, DeviantArt, Slack, and Discord are my crutches when it comes to communicating with other people. Because I'm not good at just talking to other people in my own hometown. I don't know. People can easily judge me, and it sucks to be judged like that. To be treated wrongly just because of my voice alone is just not okay with me. When I say treated wrongly, I don't mean harassed about it. I'm just saying that they don't take me seriously. Like I mentioned this. Actually, I can't remember if I mentioned this. I probably did at least once, maybe. But it's relevant to the situation, so I'll mention it again. Once upon a time ago, I was selected to do a speech about railroad safety. And it was a contest, which means if I won first place, I would get like maybe so much money and a trophy. I did this whole great speech using, and this is gonna open up some old wounds again. I used to play violin. And I played I'm Working on the Railroad on my violin before talking about railroad safety and pretending to be a ghost of a former person that did not take railroad safety seriously. But here's the thing. I got third place. And all of a sudden, I started hearing rumors later that they did not think that I was good enough for the speech. Even though I had my violin, I played well, they demoted me because of my voice alone. That's the rumor I heard. And it hurt me. It pierced me deep in my heart to hear that I was judged just based on my voice. Don't even get me started on the whole violin thing. That's something I've been trying to keep to myself. dropping subtle hints, kind of, to what happened, but not giving the full story for personal reasons. Let's just say I no longer have a violin. And for now, that's all I'm going to say about the topic. I played for like 5 whole years, I think. Maybe more. Taking lessons. Even getting good enough where I would actually play in an orchestra 2 times a year. Playing some gypsy music, playing some country music, even learning to play some video game songs on my own because I've learned how to play the notes so well. It didn't help that I was still young at the time, so at one point I kind of got sick of playing violin, and my mom said, "Do you not want to take lessons anymore?" And I said, "Yeah, I want to take lessons." All the money it costs for mom to buy the violin, give us lessons, do these special things like go to an orchestra, go to this place called Fiddle Camp, which would be kind of a fun retreat, and yet I would still be learning how to play songs. I had some good and bad times with my violin. Most of it's good memories up to the very end. But I no longer have my violin with me. And that's something I may regret for the rest of my life. At this point, I feel like I have to share the whole story. I've just said too much already. Alright. Do you really want to hear what happened to my violin? Why, any chance of me ever playing violin again just went up in smoke. Do you want to hear that story? I'm reluctant about sharing it for many, many reasons. You know what? I've been trying to be open about a lot of things getting online. It broke? No, it didn't break. Although, because of how long I had not used the violin, the strings on the bow for some reason were kind of coming out. I don't quite understand that, but I ended up cutting the strings, the strings off my bow that were severed. So maybe I would have needed to buy a new bow or something. But the violin itself didn't break. Nope. Didn't break. But it has disappeared from my life forever. It honestly stings to think about it. I can't say I would have had a career in violin or been wanting to do lessons again, considering how much money it probably cost. But at the same time, it's a part of my life that I'm just not going to be able to get back. Not without spending hundreds of dollars. Yeah, I'm sorry too, Adrian. It's even more sour if I tell you the whole story. I'm not sure how many people are gonna watch this. including the one person responsible for all of it. But I can't keep it in. I'm going to tell you what happened to my violin and why I probably will never get to play it ever again. As I've been saying a lot, I'm poor. My family is poor. The money situation has not been getting any better. Anyways, Mom had bought 3 violins. One for me, one for Galaxy Wiz, the second oldest in the family, and one for Coda. Co from Coen Bros. Now, Coda was not good at playing violin. He could not grasp it. Every time he played, the sound would always be so squeaky. So he was the first to lose his violin. Mom ended up selling it because the kid didn't want to take lessons and he just wasn't good at playing violin. So then years after that, after me and Galaxy Wiz both decided, hey, we don't want to take lessons anymore just because it's too much for us. Remember, we were still kids back then. It was like, I mean, maybe I wasn't technically a kid. I was like 13, 14 or something like that. But I was still too young and in denial to believe how much violin was special to me, I guess. So, let's see. What ended up happening is Galaxy Wiz had no interest in picking up his violin again. So my mom ended up getting it appraised. And once she found out that it had a semi-good price to it to be resold, she sold that violin. She sold Sha's violin. Now me, I kept my violin. It was always in a case behind my couch, and maybe like once a year I would pick it up and play it a little bit. Maybe once a year. It was there in case I wanted to use it. Now, there were several times where I said maybe I would play for Mom one day, but that day never came. But let's just get to the main focus. Let me just get to what happened. The whole story. The truth and nothing but the truth. On my birthday, this birthday, my 31st birthday, back on March 3rd, on that day, she said, and I quote, she said that, I know you don't want to hear this, but hear me out. I was thinking about getting your violin appraised, seeing how much money it would be, and then we would decide together whether or not you would want to sell it. Now, again, my mom is poor. Probably poorer than me, but also making even stupider decisions than I am. Like, for example, just to get this off my chest. She makes a bunch of pancakes because nowadays all she can afford is breakfast foods. She makes a bunch of pancakes for me and my brothers to have. And there's still like a lot of pancakes left over. And she tells us, does anyone want to bring any more pancakes home with them? And we're mostly saying no. And she says, okay, throw the rest away. Throw all those pancakes she just made that are freshly baked, in the garbage instead of keeping them for herself and eating them as... Are you hearing what I'm hearing? She's wasting food. I tell you, there are a lot of things that my parents have been doing lately that I would never do, and that I will forever question them about. But going back to the point, she's as poor as I am, if not more. I mean, she has a car. She has to pay for car insurance and stuff like that. But still, she feels like selling my violin could get us both money that we need. But she said, all I want to do is get it appraised. And she told me, what do you think? And I reluctantly said, okay, well, we could get it appraised and see how much money it is. I want to stop here and give you guys a chance to take a good guess at what happened. Go ahead, amuse me. Tell me what you think happened after that story. I dare you. In case you can't tell, I'm very upset right now. I'm somewhat trying to keep it at a low voice, but let's be honest. My voice has definitely gotten louder since the live stream first started. Okay, Adrian says he doesn't know. Alright, here's what happened. Apparently the appraisal was out of town. Now we had to go out of town anyways because we were running errands and such. So Mom told me to bring my violin with me. We drove, tried to find the house that the appraiser was at. She went in alone with my violin. And I'm not making this up. She came back without my violin. She went into the car, said, I sold your violin. Here's a cut of the money. She did it without my permission. All she said was that she was going to get appraised. She was going to find out what the price was. But nope! She goes in, finds out the price, and automatically says, I'll take the money. No permission from me. None. I was flabbergasted. I was beyond pissed. I'll even say it. Pissed. I was pissed. I was so upset. Now all I'm left with is a bunch of music sheets, my stand to hold those music sheets, and no violin. Sure, I had the money to buy whatever useless junk I ever wanted to, even though she probably got most of the profits. But I never gave her permission to do it. All I said, and I was being very reluctant when I said this, is we can get it appraised. We can find out how much money it is, and then, and only then, would we decide together if I would sell my violin. It would be my choice. All she was asking was to see if I wanted to get it appraised. That's it. And she goes behind my back and sells it anyways. I will never forgive her for that. Never. I pray she never sees this video, but my parents have done so many stupid things in my life that I can never respect them as much as I used to. It hurts me deeply. It really, really hurts me deeply. I'm sorry, you guys. That was super personal to me. Half of me is glad I shared it, half of me is not. I'm just gonna say this much, and this is going to a certain person. King Shy Guy 92, if you are listening to this message, if you, Matthew, or whatever your YouTube name is, are listening to this story right now, do not bring it up ever again. Do not let my mom ever know my feelings towards her about what happened. Do not. That's the last thing I want. I don't want my mom to know any of this. This is one of those times I've just tried to bury my feelings deep within me while consulting people that I can trust enough to not spill the beans to about it, including my counselor, who I can honestly say is the reason I can handle some of this as well as I can, even though I probably didn't handle that situation well to begin with. She's the one person I can vent to and not have to worry about repercussions. And I need that in my life. My sister will need that in her life when she finally moves in with my mom in June. Oh, I swear family life was a lot easier when I was still going to elementary school. Things have just gotten way more complicated and convoluted and just downright dramatic since then. From my parents getting divorced, to my dad picking up chicks online. Oh, so many of the things that my parents have been doing nowadays has just been despicable. But enough about that. Let's change the topic to anything. Let's change it to anything right now, because I don't want to talk about this anymore. I've shared the story. Y'all now know. My mom sold my violin. I used to play violin, but now I can't because she sold it without my permission. The end. No happy ending, because life doesn't always have happy endings. Let's move on. Going back to the game, I now have a total of 1,800 Tepigs, because if I've been counting right, I've gone through 50 encounters today. I started out at 1,750, so now it's 1,800. Hold on. I'm gonna pause this for a moment because I think the chat room. Okay. Adrian said, sorry to hear that. I honestly didn't know. And I'm sorry, Brenton. Yeah, I'm sorry too. This is. This is not gonna end well. That's what it is. Alright. Why did I just drop the phone? Oh my gosh. I don't know who was calling me. What happened? What happened? I saw something for a moment. We're still live, right? Oh. I'm too tired for this. Alright, hold on. I'll be right back. I need to figure out who called me. because now it doesn't tell me who. Well, whoever called me didn't leave a message. Oh. Yep, this is how I wanted to start my morning. I definitely wanted to be brooding. That's exactly how I wanted to wake up. Although I did it to myself. I'm not gonna blame anyone else but myself. I got a lot to do today. And by that, I don't mean errands. I mean just recording all kinds of Pokemon stuff. I want to really focus on Pokemon Fire Red and Pokemon Yellow. Although there's a few other projects I also want to do. So, I need to pick and choose my battles. But, just to share more things, even though this isn't a negative. Tomorrow I am going to be out of the house for a good amount of hours. I mean, I guess it depends on the weather. But, the one good thing I can look forward to right now is I have a ticket to go to a theme park tomorrow. It's a special ticket. The theme park's open from 4 to 8. And as long as the weather's good, me and my mom's gonna take me, my brothers, and King Red, King Shy Guy 92, to this theme park. So I'm gonna be out of the house and not be able to live stream for that amount of time. So here's my thoughts. Because of that, tomorrow I feel like I need to live stream early. And by live stream I mean on my Wii to Play channel, not Wii to Beat. And I need to have a whole collection of videos that I can just upload one after another while I'm out of the house. So while I'm gone, I'll just have YouTube upload stuff on a timely basis while I'm gone. So even though I'm gone, stuff will still be uploaded to YouTube. But to do that, I'm going to need to record stuff. And by stuff, I mean Pokemon Fire Red and Pokemon Yellow. So that's where my main focus needs to be today. At least after this live stream is over. You know what? We need a palate cleanser. Here's Blitz, the shiny Tepig! Ooze-Key, the Gouda! Pop, the Rockruff! Danks, the shiny Charizard! And Vanessa, the lovely Superior. I got some others, but they're not on the couch with me. Like Chicory and Mew. Even though Mew is like super large. Is there anyone I'm missing? Well, of course there is. I'm missing the Pikachu! Oh, Zoo, where are you? I see Jilla, Ooze-Key, and Syrup's, baby, Goomy. Britta's over there. Skylix. Wait a minute. Skylix, are you wearing... Oh, wait, no. That's someone else. Skylick's being a shaman. I was looking at something in my box and it has a Christmas hat, but then I remembered it's one of my snowman TY plushies that Galaxy Wisp bought me. Not that I buy TYs that often. Maybe if they're like super cute or something. But there was this one Christmas where I found this big, adorable, fluffy snowman, and I just realized I haven't been keeping track of my Tepig again. Excuse me, about how many encounters I've... Oh boy, I'm terrible at this. I think it's harder for me to keep track of how many Tepig I encounter when I'm just talking and softly setting without thinking about it. Like I'm too caught up in the moment with just commentating that I forget to keep track. That I forget to pay attention to the game. I mean, the only thing I'm really paying attention for is a shiny Tepig. Because I will know exactly when that shiny Tepig appears. I've seen shiny Tepig so many times, I know the color scheme by now, by heart. But at the same time, I'm also trying to keep track of how many Tepig I do encounter. And I'm not doing a good job with that. Especially when I'm talking out loud. Because my mindset just stops focusing on the game itself and is focused on my conversation. That's something I have to work on. Hasn't this been a fun... Are you kidding me? Alright. Alright. Who's calling me? Who's calling me? Hello? Yes? Hey. Sorry. Yeah, I'll give that over in just a few minutes. Okay. Where's that look? Okay. Yeah. Okay. You're welcome. Let's talk about distractions. I get distracted so easily and forget things on the fly. I was already mentioning the whole thing about keeping track of how many Tepig I've encountered. But that phone call was a good indication of how easily I get distracted and how I forget things easily. That was my manager. She was saying I haven't returned in my vent check. At the same time, I have paperwork that needs to be filled out anyways. I forgot to pay my rent. I'm gonna have to stop this live stream because I forgot to pay my rent. And the only way I'm gonna get that check over to the manager now is to go to a completely different building. Oh, guys. I need a vacation. I need a real legit actual vacation. Oh. Okay, here's what's gonna happen. This is gonna be another break. Yes, I'm going. I'm going right now. I'm just going to leave it recording. It's just going to show the title screen and cutscene over and over and over and over again. I need to get this done. I'm not going to stop the live stream because it's too short. But I'm going to try to get done with this whole rent thing as quickly as I can. So just sit tight. I'll be back. BRB, AFK, whatever you want to say. I need to take care of this. Real life comes first. I'll be back. Till then, pray for me. Just pray for me, please. I need all the help I can get. Alright, BRB. Be right back. Take care. Catch you later. Whatever. Gosh, darn it. Okay, stopping the live stream. I'll start in part 2. Gotta go. Bye.